Hello everyone, it's Figure Friday once again, and here we are. We have GoBots today. So this is the Transformers Legacy United GoBots kind of series that they have going on here. I found this at a local GameStop, so not really expecting to find this here. So we have GoBot Pathfinder, Smallfoot, and Bot Treads. So what it looks like is we have a recolor version of Warpath, Cosmos, and I want to say I think this might be Gears. I don't know. We'll find out here when we open it up, but whatever it is, obviously it is now Smallfoot, Pathfinder, and Treads. You know, recolored, whatever may have us here today. This is what we have. Let's get this opened up and take a look. If I can get the knife to go through. There we are. Okay. So, like I said, it is a recolor of those three. Very nicely done in a lot of regards. No real complaints here from me. Let's get these guys out and let's look at what we have. Obviously, I should be able to just pull them out here and then kind of go from there. I don't know if we have any extra stuff in here for them. I don't think we do. Oh, there's a booklet on how to transform them, and on the back side we do have some weapons. So we'll get this kind of down here as our background as we get these all front and center. All right, so let's go from there. All right, so looking at the three GoBots that we have here, Pathfinder, Smallfoot, and Treads. Now, obviously, I've transformed them once, but I've kind of messed everything up. I had everything off screen, which does not help. So let's try and do this all over again. All right, having a little bit of a difficulty, but kind of fixing a little bit of what I was doing. These come out of the box, as I believe you had seen, where they're fully transformed. We will hopefully quickly get them back into their robot form and then back into their respective vehicle form here. Okay. Oh, come on. There's that. Oops. All right, so the nice thing is this is not overly difficult to transform. Once we get this all snapped around here, that kind of goes all back. This flips up, comes back in. This flips around. And this comes out here. And we pull our hand out. All right, feels like I'm trying to get an urban mech together here. Oh. And the funny thing is, I was fighting with this to try and get the legs in the right position. Now I'm trying to fight to get the arms to fold up in the right direction here as well. And it's not really them doing it. It's really on me here. There we go. Now I think I got her. Once I flip this down, that locks into place. I'm trying to get it to lock right here, which we just did. And now I'm good. And then once we get the flag, which is our rifle, does dual duty here. Yeah. I should be able to get the flag in here into his hand, but I'm doing it just a little crooked. There we go. And there we are. So now he's got, actually he's pretty well armed, because I mean it looks like he's got wrist blasters as well as that there. So not bad. Really kind of nice. A little bit of a lot of fun, really. This is one of my favorite characters, and really more so because I've always loved the ships and all that stuff. It's always been a lot of fun for me. All right, pull that down. This goes here. Got to remember to put the hands in. I kind of goofed up on that the first time I did this, as I'm just having more issues trying to get videos done here lately. I think a lot of my stuff is starting to just kind of wear out. So I'm having issues, as you guys have noticed, with some of my audio, as well as sometimes when I'm trying to get my videos done, I just have other distractions going on here. So for all that stuff, I do apologize. It's not that I'm trying to. I'm just... the fun things of being a parent and working and everything else here. All right. Now, the part that I was fighting with before, what I needed to do is pull this back, which might be part of the problem here. And then the legs, that flips forward, this flips forward. Then I can bring that down. That goes here. And this side was giving me problems before, so I'm not going to be overly particular about it. But here we are. It's all together. The only thing I don't have on there is our flag, which I didn't realize can actually wave around. But put the flag on the back there. All right. So now we have Smallfoot. Smallfoot being a nice pickup truck, kind of like a utility pickup truck that someone would use for, I don't know, roughing or something or other. Kind of nicely done. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's done fairly well. And then we have our feet. And I'm trying to pull this because that's how it originally was, but we have some extra pieces here because it has this right here. That is part of the feet on the side. So once I get this going here, there we go. And then that just kind of tucks down underneath. So that's where I was having issues here. All right. Now this comes out. That goes up. This folds down. Wheels go in. That sits back here. And then we have our arms out. So, I mean, it works out very nicely. This is, you know, a nice, easy transformer. Wonderful to really work with. It does the job very well. I mean, in so many ways, because it looks very much, well, all three of them really are. They're very similar as to what they were when they were the original Gen 1 Transformers. That's part of the thing I like about getting some of the legacy, and a lot of the legacy that I do pick up are harking back to the old original Gen 1 issues. If it wasn't for that, really I wouldn't have as much of an interest, because that is what got me into Transformers all those years ago. And that's just where my heart's going to kind of lie. Being an old man of my own, you know, it's just that whole thing. You know, in some regards, it is kind of trying to recapture your childhood, but I know I will never get that fully back because, hey, I'm an adult and That just doesn't happen anymore. All right. Now this has got to get all balled up like he's about to pop someone in the nose. We'll bring this back, folds back around, and we fold the wheels out. And this is all stuff that we can do with plastic today that was not even an option when I was a tyke. So, you know, in those regards, it's just wonderful being able to have these options to be able to do something like this. We didn't have the plastic manufacturing and the ideas to be able to do that. Much like Warpath here, or Treads, which is a Decepticon now. Originally, all this was is you would literally pull this back, it would hinge up, and you'd flip the head up, and that was all we had. This has not changed a lot. We have a plate underneath here to hold the legs together, and this is where I was having problems. In so many ways, I mean, the arms are still here. You just kind of fold this under. We can give them a little bit of a bend so that way we know it's the arms. This gets folded under. This is all on a hinge to kind of come up and around. Actually, I have to drop that down because I got to get the head out here, which you can see is kind of tilted up a little bit, but then we flip the head around. Oh boy, come on. Uh-oh, I think he's stuck. I don't know what I did, but he seems to be stuck in there. Well, that's not a good thing. Now I've got a stuck Decepticon head inside here. So what did I do? So it might be the cannon. Yep, that was it. It's the cannon. Alright. Now that goes all the way back. Goes there. Okay. Now it makes sense. It was me pushing the cannon back. One step too soon. Alright, so now we have the top. All we got to do is get the legs. And this is some of the parts that was kind of fumbling me up before. That goes around. This comes back here. I mean, it folds up very nicely, and that's just wonderful. But when I'm trying to get all this put together, I was just kind of fumbling just haphazardly, just having a dickens of a time trying to get everything all folded up and in place like it's really supposed to be. There's that. Then that folds. This comes back and around, up, and then folds in. So now it looks like he can actually stand a little bit better. And then this just becomes a shield. Obviously he doesn't need a lot, and being a tank. And his cannon was already built right in there, so you could always just shoot whenever you needed to, which was wonderful. And then trying to get them back together, which is where I was fighting so much. Let's see if I can do this a little bit easier this time around, because I was just flailing before. Just having a dickens of a time trying to get everything all done correctly. And then I break a piece. And this is where I'm always afraid I'm going to do, because I've done this good Lord knows how many different times. Alright. goes there. Now we got to do the other side. It's out. That goes around. That goes up. Swing the leg around. This goes in. Now the issue I was having was because the way I swing these legs around, now everything is kind of farther apart. And then I need to bring this back down here, which then closes this up. Here, just like that. A piece back here that this does not want to go together like it's supposed to. The front here is going together. This back piece just does not want to link together like it's supposed to. Which, looking at it in this regard, now I know why I was having my problems. Because if it doesn't want to link together, that's causing me my issues. And I was wondering why this just does not want to kind of go together. And here we are. It's because those pieces just don't want to play nice together. And here we are with that. We take our bottom plate, or our shield here, as I keep mushing this together and then having it come apart, unfortunately for me. And that went together very nice and easy. A wonderful surprise in some regards. Because of the fighting I was doing with it earlier, and now I start understanding why. When I have a connector piece that just doesn't want to connect, that's probably the whole reason why I was having a fight with it instead of what should have been happening here. Alright, we'll bring this down. This back piece has to kind of come up here because that's our back plate here. We will drag that out. Pull the cannon forward, flip that around. Arms down. Snaps in right there. Now, keep in mind, I did not have this as picture perfect as it should be before, so I do not believe I'm going to get it that way again. I'll probably have it about where it was before, because I'm just having a dickens of a time, and I have a couple connector pieces here that just don't want to get connected correctly. So, and it's like right here and underneath here, I have these pieces that just don't want to fit in there right. So whatever I did wrong, and of course it doesn't help that that's one that broke off. This is supposed to be there, that's supposed to be there. This side wants to go in, but this side does not. So on mine, it's just having issues with those couple pieces there. Otherwise, it is right there. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, but it just doesn't want to sit quite right. So that's on mine. Hopefully if you have Warpath or you have treads here, you're not having that issue. I don't know what the issue is with that one, but obviously it's a little bit of an issue. And it also causes the whole turret to sit up a little bit higher because it just does not want to lock in there quite the right way. So, all right, and with that, here we are, all three of them. Wonderful additions. As you can see, it's about $75. I'm going to guess that they had gotten this off of an Amazon, but I found it over at GameStop. So wherever you find it, whatever you do, here you are. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.